Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be reacting to a video called The Grand Tour's Most Watched Moments of All Time. So this seems to be like a video about cars, but I don't know, let's check it out and comment, like and subscribe.
James and I got back onto what is fast becoming the eighth wonder of the world.
A tunnel? Oh, okay.
China's road network.
Incredible mountains and landscape.
In 1988, China had no motorways at all. And now, 30 years later, it has 84,000 miles of them.
That's crazy.
More than any other country in the world.
Well, it is a pretty big country.
And they're only just getting into their stride. Since 2011, they've been building 6,000 miles of motorway every year.
How many people are?
Miles
How many people are working on this? Or have been
believe,
working?
and it's not like the terrain is easy. Here, though, there ain't no mountain high enough, and there ain't no valley low enough to
That looks
stop
beautiful.
them.
Wow.
This bridge, for example, is 34 miles long. And then there's this one, the Duzh-Beipanjiang Bridge.
It's like the San Francisco Bridge, but like on steroids.
Could fit the London Shard underneath it, twice over.
It looks visually very pretty.
I'm telling you, in Britain we're doomed. We're doomed.
Okay, I think like that defied the laws of like physics and I don't know, logic. I don't believe this. Period.
Right, calm, Jeremy, calm. You're on a motorway, on an enormous bridge, surrounded by many heavy lorries.
Oh no.
Oh no, I can hear the exhaust spluttering. Oh, smoke, a lot of smoke now.
No, pull over.
Please work.
No.
Mercifully, I reached the top of the bridge, but then...
Okay, we can see it spluttering. Like, no, pull over. Why isn't he pulling over?
It's dead. Shit, I've lost braking. I have lost braking. Oh, bloody hell. Not working either. I've lost all brakes.
Okay.
There was
I don't think it's legal for you to drive like this, so you should pull over. Your car's dead. No.
one thing for it. I have no brakes.
You've just hit our car.
I know, but I haven't got any brakes. They're not pleased about being used as a brake.
Well, okay, but at least it's the guys in the equipment, like they're doing the recording for the show. Imagine if it had been a normal car, that would have been a disaster. At least you have this, but what's wrong with the car? Why aren't you pulling over?
It's totally legal, by the way, on a French motorway. Right, so I've no brakes and no engine.
It's over. No, it's time to admit defeat. Yeah, it's over.
Think, Jeremy, think.
Pull over. It's dead. It's over.
We found an airfield, and now we're going to have a drag race, which is a lot more interesting than going to a museum.
Wow.
I thought he'd like museums.
Yeah.
I mean, he's driving one.
You seen the yellow car?
Track,
Is it a Honda?
check, traction, yes.
I've put it in launch, which sets the rear two engines in the first of their two gears. The front two engines only have one gear. I do not know how that works. Why doesn't the car stretch or overtake itself?
It's funny, he was like, I have no idea what this means. And he knows about cars. I'm like, me either.
The simple fact of the matter is that because this car has no electrical gubbins, it is, despite appearances, the lightest car here.
How old is
And
the
it
car?
has 730 horsepower. So allow me, please, to demonstrate that you can't beat old-time rock and roll.
I want to know like what kind of cars there are. Yeah, the Honda one I recognized. I don't know what these are. Like fancy cars. I would assume the Honda is gonna finish last. Oh my! He didn't know what he was doing. Okay.
220, I can't speak faster.
Is that kilometers?
James and I were now racing only to see who'd be last.
Yes, come on.
Oh my god, that's scary. Yeah.
Bye, Mr. May.
That looks so fun.
That Rimac just off.
If that is the future, I am so ready. Oh!
That looked a bit like when you're like beginner's luck, when you're like when you win a game and you're like, oh, how do you do it? I have no idea. It looked like that.
Oh!
I don't know.
Never seen anything like that.
No, that's
I've never
crazy.
seen anything move as quickly as that. Not with number plates. I'm intrigued by this car because it represents a whole new way of thinking about what a car actually is.
Is that a Tesla?
Take this enormous command and control screen as an example.
Call me old fashioned, call me old. I don't really believe that cars should have like screens that are like that big. Your car does not need to be like does not need a screen the size of a tablet. That's all I'm gonna say about this.
It does all the usual stuff, navigation, music, connectivity and so
Yeah,
on.
but why is it so big?
There's so much more besides. For example, if I want, I can turn it into a sketch pad. Then I can just, draw pretty patterns and so on.
Pretty patterns. But why would you need to draw? You're driving the car. You don't need this.
As I go along. Or if I'm bored with being in, where am I here? There you are, Swindon, which I am. I can change it so that I become on Mars. Look at that, I'm actually on Mars. I mean, I'm not there, obviously,
No.
but it says I am, and that's fun.
No.
Oh, and this is a good one. If you don't want to see the car you're driving depicted on the screen, you can change it so that it becomes Bond's Lotus. That is actually quite funny.
Okay, yeah, it is.
Of course, you may think all of this might be a bit of a distraction
Yes,
when you're driving.
correct.
Oh, well, now you see that's the thing, because if I pull this lever here twice,
The
I get a
auto.
bong to tell me I've engaged the autopilot, which means I'm not driving.
I don't like this.
It is. Seriously, it's doing it all by itself.
I don't trust this. I don't trust this. There are so many things that could go wrong. It makes me nervous.
Legally, cars aren't really allowed to drive around by themselves, but this is getting awfully close because it's reading the white lines in the road and then simply sticking between them. And if I want to change lanes, I don't have to bother with any of that mirror signal maneuver nonsense. You just put the indicator on. And if it's safe
Nonsense, or just like plastic things and normal things that you
to
do.
pull out, it does. Put the indicator on to
It's like checking your rear view mirrors and your mirrors. Whoa, what a nightmare. Like, stop.
pull back into the central lane and... That's just astonishing.
I don't like this. I'd be so nervous
Okay,
driving
the
this.
car is over
Driving
there,
it.
and I literally can't be asked to walk to it. So, take out my phone, put it in summon mode, connecting to vehicle, and here we go.
I think the car is going to turn evil. I don't like this. See? Cars shouldn't be able to do this.
I mean,
But it goes so
it can't
slowly.
extricate itself from a parking space or come to you from the other side of town. So it is only a gimmick.
It is. It's such
But
an
what's wrong with a
absolute
gimmick? That's brilliant. And stop. But what's it like if you do actually drive it? It's quiet, obviously. Eerily quiet. Stupidly quiet. Too quiet. as they say in the movies.
Oh my
It's
god.
also heavy because of its massive battery pack. However, because it's mounted under the floor, the centre of gravity is very low down. And
It's gonna
because
make it,
you've got
like,
one electric
Easier, like you can swerve like a little bit more, like the balance is a little like, oh, it swerves right to the side when you're in a curve, I think, maybe?
motor at the front
I don't know.
driving the front wheels and one at the
I don't know anything about physics.
back driving the back wheels.
Okay, maybe not, but I think it has less grip.
The car feels nimble and agile. What I'm going to do now is drag race this family SUV against a mid-engined V10 powered 600 horsepower Audi R8.
Okay, like a better car, apparently.
Right, before I do this, I'm going to engage what's called ludicrous mode. There we are. Hold on, I've got a choice. Really want to do this. No, I want my mommy. Yes, bring it on. There we are. And then, because I
I think it was like warning them, like, this will put your engine at risk. It's like, sure, I know the risks.
have the mental age of a 9-year-old, I'm going to use the warp speed graphic.
What is
And
that?
there it is.
Oh,
Right, good. I'm ready.
is he doing the driving? Is the thing like on autopilot?
Really is properly ludicrous. 100 miles an hour.
Going fast.
110. 112, the Audi's coming. But not fast enough.
Okay, it's... He did it on my landslide.
Astonishing.
Okay, I have to say, yeah, sure, like, it's, oh, great, it has, like, so many, like, little things, and it's all, like, technologically advanced, and it's just, like, the best of the best. Okay, sure, I do not like that car. I do not like it. I think I'm, like, very nervous about driving, because you're supposed to be driving. It makes me, like, very nervous on principle, just to be on a car that I'm supposed to be, like, I'm driving, I'm behind the wheel, and I just put like the autopilot and then it does everything for me. Like, I don't feel comfortable with the idea of the car not having control over the vehicle that I'm supposed to be driving. I don't like that. I'm very like not absolutely not. I do not like this. Couldn't be me. I could never buy a car like this. It's just way too like no, I don't like it. I think maybe I watch like too many films. I do not like this. I don't like, because again, what happens to like the minute like the car, like it can glitch. When it has like so many technological parts, it makes me a little bit nervous. It's like it has digital things, and I'm like, your car shouldn't do this. Like, we've been survived, and we've survived, and we have been driving cars for what, over 100 years. They've been okay. Like, they don't need computers. And I know, like, cars these days, obviously, they have, like, the little screen, and they have, yes, for you to, like, for the GPS, and control, like, the music, and whatever. Yes, sure. I think we should have stopped there. It's like, yeah, sure, it's, like, a little screen. But we do not need, like, this huge, like, thing of, like, why is it so big? Why is it occupying my whole dashboard? I do not like this. It's like, why would I need this? I think it's distracting me. And they're like, yeah, well, that's what you have the autopilot. It's like, no, if I'm driving, I am driving. Like, I don't like this. I don't really like it. I think it makes me incredibly nervous. Again, the idea of just like driving on the highway with the whole like autopilot system on, which I know that a lot of people use, but I could never. It just like makes me very anxious. I'm like, I cannot. What if I like something goes wrong, and then I need control, but I need the control back, and the car like, oh no, it's stuck. So now you can't. It's like, no, I need the control back. And it's like, no, it's stuck. You can't. What happens if you're on the highway or in a busy street, on a busy road? There's other people around. I don't know. My mind goes, worst case scenario, makes me very anxious, makes me very nervous. I could not buy a car like that because it makes me very, very, very stressed. I don't have it. I'm not driving it. It's not mine. I don't own any car like this. And I'm still like, I'm stressed. I'm stressed about the situation. I'm like, oh my God, imagine something going wrong with this. And again, like it can, because the more like digital things, I think like we're moving past like the analog things. And I think maybe I'm just like looking like very old man screams at clouds. But I think, like when you have like a cars or I don't know, even like, I don't know, it's like your fridge or your washing machine. Like you don't need an app to like access your fridge or your washing machine. Why? It's like we've been washing, like washing machines have existed for hundreds, well, I don't know if hundreds, but for a bunch of decades. And it's been okay. Like we do not need this. Or I don't know, the fridges, like I don't need anything to be like super fancy. I don't like this. Why am I like being forced to do this? But I think again, the more like digital things get and the further we go from analog things, and I think like older cars were like different, that I'm pretty sure do not know, this is my perspective, I don't know anything about cars or like the mechanics of it all. I'm not an engineer, I do not work with cars, but I think like as we're moving past, obviously the technology is going to be different. Like the mechanics, like probably older mechanics, like do not know how to work with like this technology, and it's going to be like a huge hassle. But I don't know. I think that again, when you see it with your phone, you see it with your laptop, you can see it sometimes like with your TV, like anything that's sort of like digital and is an electronic device. Sometimes it can glitch. Like it has glitches sometimes. Yeah, sure. Like when it's like new, chances are like everything's gonna go. It's gonna go run very smoothly. But when you upgrade like the operating system, or when it has been a while, maybe like a year, 2 years, the thing like sometimes again the operating system sometimes like fails, and you have like little glitches, and I don't know. Sometimes your phone can freeze. Maybe your laptop freezes. So it's like okay, when it happens to your phone or your tablet or your electronic device, you're just like, well, sure, just move on, you turn it off and that's it. But usually, unless there's more that to troubleshoot. But what happens if like something like this happens to the computer in your car, to your little tablet? Like what happens then? It's like, okay, and I'm inside the car. So I cannot physically like maybe like get out of the car. Maybe the car is like moving and I can't make it like, it's a glitch. And it's like, okay, what a wrong time for this to be glitching. Like, I don't know. It seems awful. And I know people were telling me like, oh no, but they tested this. Like they're not putting out like a car like this in the market if they haven't tested it. It's like, sure. But still, again, phones are super tested as well, and they still, again, they can freeze sometimes. So, I'm like a little scared, especially I think when it comes like, okay, I wouldn't buy it just because by the nature is not, again, not absolutely not. So when it's new, I'm like, yeah, sure. And even then, it's like, yeah, sure, okay. When it's new, maybe you manage to like get over your anxiety and all of that. But what happens like a year on or like 2 years is like, oh my god, the car, what happens? The thing froze. So it's like, oh, the car splutters, and you're like, oh, I don't know. And I don't know. It just makes me a little bit nervous because older cars can also like, yeah, of course you can like get something can happen to your car. It's normal. It's a car. It's a mechanic. Like it's an engine. It's a thing. Sometimes cars like break down. But the difference with the other cars, with the analog cars, is that I think like it's more easily sort of like manageable. Like you can just like turn it off and like pull it to the side of the road and you can just get out. But even with the ones obviously like super old cars that they don't really have like the electrical doors, sometimes like those doors get stuck. So I think like the further we sort of like move towards technology, I feel like, yeah, on one hand is more convenient, but it also like brings you more and more trouble. So it's like, I don't know, give me a super old car. I prefer those to like newer cars where they have like so many like little like digital components and things that can go wrong. Like I do not like this. Give me the older car. I don't care. Like if it drives slower, it's just like it's easier for my peace of mind. I like it, like something like older cars, not super old cars. They are not like safe to drive because they're made out of like iron and stuff. I don't know if it's iron. It's just like a very hard metal. Obviously, like I'm talking about like older cars, but that are still sort of like new, that they're still safe to drive with the whole, the whatever car. The more they use plastic. I don't know. It's like the fiberglass. I think it's fiberglass. Like whatever car that uses fiberglass and is safe to drive, but doesn't have all the little bits and pieces that are like super technological. That they make your life convenient. It's like, I think not, actually. Like it makes me more stressed. I prefer my old car, thank you. But yes, I think like once we got over that, I think like again the The other like race when they were like racing, I'm a little bit unsure of like what sort of like car was supposed to win, which one's like super the best. Well, especially the first one, the first clip, that was the obvious one. But I think maybe it's given it. I think like sometimes when people say like, oh, like this car sucks, like it can't go any faster, or I don't know, like when people say a bunch of things about like cars. And so, sure, it's a bad car, but no, maybe someone else like can drive it and they just like drive it better, and they manage to like get the most out of the car. So, and I've never actually believed it, because it's like, no, it's supposedly a newer car. It's obviously a super like a convertible, super flashy, a Mustang, a Ferrari, like those things are obviously going to go faster. But I don't know, these tests are making me, unless they're pulling my leg, I think maybe it's about the person driving them. And it is true, like maybe it's like, oh, this car sucks. It's like, it's because you don't know how to drive it. Like you just need someone that actually knows what they're doing, and like, oh look, the car like blossoms and flourishes under their control. So maybe it's about the driver and not about the car. Maybe again, putting it out there, I have no idea. I've never believed it. That again, if I'm believing all these clips, maybe it is the case, and it's about the driver and not the car. And the red little car that was just like on its last legs, hopefully the car is okay, because it's like, come on, give it up. Like this car it's over. It's absolutely over. Like admit defeat. I hate it, but it's time to admit defeat. But hopefully they were able to save it, because it looked like a nice car. It makes you sad to see like the car dying on its last legs. Hopefully they were like, no, they managed to sort of like fix it, whatever. Now it's like back on the road, hopefully. But that was it for today, and I'll see you next time. Bye.